The first step to exploring data in SAP Lumira is to create a document and acquire a dataset based on the values in a data source, in this case a local file. A preview of the file displays, along with a number of options to match the configuration to how the underlying file is set up. Once we've set up the options we want, we can acquire the dataset and save it as a local document. The next step is to edit and cleanse the data in preparation for displaying it in visualizations. In the Prepare workspace, we can edit the content of a dataset after it's been acquired, which enables us to keep current with changes to the underlying data sources. We can also take advantage of a number of options for editing the metadata and content of the dataset without changing the original data source. For example, in this dataset, the transaction date time column has been detected as a string, which we can tell from the ABC in the column header. By converting the data type from string to date time, we can ensure that the data can be presented in time-related visualizations. A new column is added to the dataset to store the converted values, which we can use to create a time hierarchy that will allow us to drill down into the data. Note that we can make similar geographical and custom hierarchies if desired. In addition to grid format, we can also display measures and dimensions in facet format, which shows the unique values for each, making it easier for us to cleanse our data. For example, we can see that in the point of sale facet, the term cell has been used instead of mobile in several records. We can replace the incorrect values for the dimension. Now that we've cleansed our dataset, we can start building visualizations based on our data. In the Visualize workspace, we can create visualizations by choosing a chart type and then adding measures and dimensions as desired. With a few clicks, we can visualize our data in a wide variety of chart types, including single values, bar charts, line charts, and crosstabs, to name just a few. Once we've built our visualizations, we can combine them into stories that group the information in a meaningful way. When creating a new story, we can choose from a number of layouts for each page. In this example, we'll use the slideshow, which creates a new page for each visualization in our document. We can edit these pages further by moving and resizing the existing objects, or adding other objects that impact the look of the story, such as pictures, text, shapes, and pictograms, or that provide interactivity to the story, such as input controls. Once an object has been added to a story, we can customize how it looks and behaves by changing its properties. From within a visualization in a story, we can also explore the data further by drilling into the data and applying filters. To explore these and other features, visit www.saplumira.com and try SAP Lumira for free today.